Hi, this is Ushio. Welcome back to Golden Treasure. So a new sun has risen, your song of life continues. And also, winter comes quickly. Gather all of the treasure and wisdom you can. Soon you must sleep and leave youth behind. So our body's in fine condition, and the local good beasts sing of your strength and wisdom, spreading your renown far and wide. So we're doing okay. We are surviving and we are getting close to winter. Look at how much time is left. Not much at all. So what should we do with our time over here? So Dark Tooth's over here. It looks like all of the other dragons we can't visit. It looks like we are done with all the local dragons. We can take some drugs. We could hunt for something maybe a little bit different. Or what is that? So I'm not sure. We're limited on time. I think we got about 2-3 days left maybe. And I think if we're going to have to survive winter, we might need a bit of energy, otherwise we might struggle while we sleep. So let's have a look over here. We haven't hunted here, I don't think. So let's try this. If we can stock up on energy, I think that would be good for us. There are several scents on the air. What do you want to follow? Got a plains runner, a moderately sized feather beast with predatory scent, and a large fur beast with a predatory scent. Okay, let's try the plains runner. This is new. I don't think we've seen one of these before. It's a horse. It makes no sign of acknowledgement. Wind is neutral. Okay, so let's have a sneak up. Looks alright. Shall we observe? That's kind of cool. Let's sneak a little bit more. This is definitely the first time we've come across one of these, so we will learn what we can and see what we can do when we attack it. Okay, here we go. Oh. Good hit. Good hit. It is a big old horse. It is injured. So let's attack this thing, shall we? Shall we do something big? Got intimidate, charge, incinerate. Let's go in hard. It is crippled. That was a good hit. So let's try just a regular bite, I think. Lots of ground attacks from this thing. I think it's going to change, so I'm going to stay neutral because I don't know what it's going to switch to. Okay, we took a hit there. Such a feast. You feel deeply sated, and as you meditate on the noble beast's essence, you feel inspired to run free, feeling the wind in your feathers and sweeping over your armour. That was good. Got lots of energy, but we did take damage. Okay. Do we want to risk anything else? A moderately sized feather beast? Let's try the bird. What is it, an eagle? It will take longer for your scent to reach it. Okay, let's sneak up. Yeah, it's an eagle of some sort. Observe? These things are supposed to be super observant, aren't they? But our sneaking is good. But I'm kind of worried that I'm a little bit injured. Hopefully this hunt will go well. Here we go. Oh. Good hit. Good hit. Strike true. Yes. While its flesh is unremarkable, the skyclaw's long, strong feathers, almost as nice as your own, seem worth keeping. You tear off a few dozen before consuming it. Okay. And we got some treasure for that. Got some shiny things. I like that. I don't think we really need to hunt anymore, but I am curious. I'm going to observe. What is the large fur beast? If it's a wolf, I'm out. What is that? Let's have a sneak. It's like a wildcat of some sort. Let's observe it a little bit. I don't think I'm going to hunt it. Yeah, I'm out of here. Let's retreat. Let's leave it. We don't need to. And we're so close to winter. I don't want to take any needlessly reckless actions. Look how close we are. I think there's only 1 day left. Okay. Hopefully we won't get ambushed just before we hibernate. So actually, there are some things we haven't done. There's the humans up here, the pigs, whatever that treasure is. And how about this? This is right close to home. I should probably try this. Investigate. These guys. They barely make any sound as they move from plant to plant, touching a leaf here, caressing a flower there, with their long-fingered forepaws, their small mouths. Their movements are measured and slow, as if every step, every gesture, was carefully planned. They're Brightlings. With their mostly hairless, untailed bodies and stilt-like legs, they bear some resemblance to other seed species such as the no-tails and the delvers, but they are altogether different in scent and in spirit. A facade of no-tail Bertha scent cannot hide their true aroma, which is like blackberries and lightning, holding not the slightest trace of decay. Each of their scents are exactly alike. As for their inner essence, you cannot see the elemental spirit lines of their true selves at all, but rather their whole bodies seem to glow faintly. Are they made entirely of tiny spirit lines, or do they have no true essence at all? Both seem impossible. At the moment, these three are engaged in touching, smelling, and occasionally even tasting every tree and plant they come across. They never destroy anything, though occasionally they pick up a fallen leaf or pull up a small herb or flower whole, still with its roots and soul, and place them in a small sphere of melted sand briefly before carefully placing them back where they were. What do you want to do? Hunt 1. Observe. You watch them deliberately wade through the forest, like the long-legged spearbills of the marshes, graceful in their actions. You realise that they never investigate the same organism twice. Once a plant has been touched, smelled, tasted, and put into the sand-melt sphere, others of its kind become uninteresting to them. You also notice that they are somehow linked, as they seem to know what the others have already examined. Though no sound passes between them, they make no dances, and they do not look at each other in the eye. So mind song should not be possible, so they're kind of like a hive mind. What do you want to do? I'm not sure. Let's observe a little bit more. I don't want to interact directly, do I? As they broaden their search for whatever it is, one notices you, and then all three are suddenly looking at you with piercing violet eyes. The first sang no warning to the others, made no sign, so how did they know? It is as though they share a mind. Because you cannot sense where their minds are, you have difficulty singing to them in the usual way. There is no space upon which to paint your feelings and ideas. However, they do not quail or shy away from you. The scent of fear is wholly absent here, which in itself is more than a little disturbing. As one, they slowly approach you, forepaws outstretched. It seems that they wish to touch your head. In a moment, their digits will be upon you. What do you want to do? I mean, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. We don't know anything about these things. Is this a bad idea? Should we run away? Or should we try? Let's do it. Despite a feeling of rising fear, you remain stationary and allow them to touch you. You feel a jolt, a spark, as they make contact, but you're unhurt. They proceed to gently inspect you, smelling your skin. One even uses its pink small tongue to taste your crown feathers, which is, of course, what you would do to a particularly interesting object also. They back away and stand still for several moments, and then return to their prior investigation of the forest, ignoring you. You return to your lair with more questions. How is it that they neither fear nor prey upon you? Why did they wish to touch your body? Like the no-tails, the Brightlings are mysterious, but their total lack of understandable intentions makes them even more fearful. Okay, we got Earth Mastery from that. Hopefully, that was the right decision. And that is another day. Are we basically out of time? What does the day bring? Who is this? Moon's light is spilling into your rest area, and your thoughts are just beginning to flow into the dreaming, when suddenly you realise that you're not alone. Somehow, a rather attractive kin has penetrated into your very lair from outside. Your feathers puff outward in shock, and your mind reels, trying to process how an intruder was able to make it in here unnoticed. As you scramble into a threat position, however, you note that the beautiful kin is not making any aggressive movements. Its feathers are laid back, and its teeth are unrevealed. Something prods at your mind. It's a distant relative of the kind of song composed of sigils which you are familiar, but at the same time clumsier and far more sophisticated somehow. Desire, interaction, desire, communication, and more desire. What do you want to do? Okay. Drive it away, get out of here now, attempt to communicate. Hesitantly, you fashion a questioning reply and sing it into the winsome kin's mind, which is strangely difficult to target. Desire, we desire you, it slowly responds. You're attractive. Reward for giving of you. Okay. It's walking towards you, but somehow seductively. You become aware of a strange scent in the air, and all of a sudden you're very aware of the hot essence building in certain parts of your body. Oh yeah. Its movements are as at the beginning of the dance of creation. You have never done the sacred dance which begets life before. It draws closer and the scent becomes stronger. It stretches its neck forward to lightly touch noses with you and then gently lick your crest. You're trembling uncontrollably with something. How do you want to respond? Accept the invitation, and though you're not sure exactly how, try to do it, or respectfully decline and communicate further. Yeah, we just met, so let's chat. The sacred dance of creation is known to be pleasurable, and you are tempted, but you're wise enough to know that this is no common drac in front of you. No kin would ever want to dance with someone so unproven and flightless as you. Maintaining a short distance between the two of you, you insistently inquire as to its true identity and intentions. It pauses before responding. We are made to become one with you, desire to know, to understand within. We have gathered treasure, much shine-filled treasure. We'll give it if you join your body to ours. Much pleasure, much gain. Our scent, our form, is it displeasing? Do you not wish to lay your skin against ours? We have options. Yes, you do wish to. You were meant to become one of this beautiful kin. How perfect your offspring will be, or no, this is not a true drac. You must know the truth. Insist upon knowing what truly is. You are far more than only your body, more than your core. You are a true drac, and you are not a slave to any one part of yourself. Peacefully, yet firmly, you reject its advances. You indicate that you will not under any circumstances join with it unless it reveals to you the truth behind itself. When at last it comes to understand that you will not allow it to dance with you, it settles back onto its haunches. Connecting. What? Is it a Brightling? Oh shit! Greetings, representative of species 839497G32. We apologise for the apparent deception. The collector being you see before you is our ambassador, and of our making. We find life samples easier to collect under the promise of pleasure and or gain. It is clear that either your species is too perceptive or our facsimile was too incongruent for the desired result. We are inexperienced at replicating the scent and form of your species. We were under the impression that all sentient beings on this world were tailless. It seems that we were mistaken. Okay, what will you ask the mysterious being, with whom you are somehow communicating? Ask this new mental voice its true identity. Ask what the beautiful not drac before you is. Ask why it wants to do the creation with you. Who are you? We'll go from the top. Classified and irrelevant. My body is very far away, and we shall never truly meet. I am permitted only to say that we come in peace and mean no harm. Okay. Ask what it is. This is a new configuration of our standard ambassador model. It has a limited consciousness of its own, but every aspect of it is ultimately ours. We call these manufactured beings plastics for their ability to be easily moulded even at the tiniest level. They represent our interests and extract materials and information through peaceful means. Okay, so this is definitely a Brightling, isn't it? So maybe because we interacted with the ones just now, maybe that's what's set this off. Okay, so why do you want to do the dance of creation with us? When you elsewhere presented evidence that you were sentient, either through completion of a standard sentience test or through behavioural indications, or perhaps both, this unit automatically reconfigured itself into a form calculated to bring pleasure to your species and attempted to extract from you. Your rejection of the standard extraction method has caused the ambassador unit to upgrade your sentience rating, thereby rendering you worthy of our direct attention, and I have replaced its consciousness with my own for a short time. Okay, it's clear that these beings are others, those who come from outside the world. Ask why, or at least its ambassadors, why are they here? Now, though this is an other, your questions become many. Are these the same others who brought ruin to your people long ago, and whose seed are the tailless races? Where is their true home? Why are they sending ambassadors to do the dance of creation with the tailless, and now with you? Our mission is classified, and will never be revealed to you. If you are able, abandon all curiosity regarding our intentions, our origin, and our implements. I may, however, relate that we are not the species to which you refer. We did not create any of the sentient bioforms of your world. Our interest in extracting from all species, and particularly sentient species, suits a purpose which you are unlikely to comprehend. This open and direct line of communication serves two purposes. The first is to assure you that we are not hostile. We strongly encourage you and your species not to obstruct our expedition in any way. The second is to once again request, without deception or sensory compulsion, that you submit to the ambassador and allow it to extract a sample from you. The process will be pleasurable, and almost certainly will not harm you or your species in any way. We offer wealth, as your kind seems to define it. In exchange, we also have access to a large database of knowledge about the native life forms of your world, which we are willing to share. If either of those would be acceptable payments, please indicate so. If not, the ambassador will be recalled, and you will not encounter it again. Your species will remain on the watch list of uncatalogued sentient races. Communication will be terminated and control restored to the ambassador in 3, 2, 1. The beautiful visitor shudders in what looks like pain briefly, and then relaxes, focusing on you with an air of expectation. Will you allow it to extract a small sample of yourself for wealth, or perhaps knowledge? Or will you reject it, gaining and losing nothing? Okay, do it for wealth, do it for knowledge. Deny it what it seeks and forfeit all reward. So we need to remember, what are the dragon's rules? Aren't there 3? One's to get food, isn't it? The other one's to have the dance of creation, and the other one's to get treasure. So, but this is other. This isn't a true kin way. So this, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm sorry, but no. No. You pause, reflecting. Gaining a huge bounty for the price of a little essence is not something which most kin would ever reject. But you are not most kin. You are cautious and wise, and know that giving up even a little of your sacred essence to a being of unknown intentions has a tiny yet real possibility of bringing disaster in the future, if not to yourself, then to others of your people. Gently yet firmly, you indicate rejection to the ambassador, and it leaves your lair, never to return. You have learned more of the mysterious Brightlings, possibly more than any other kin. Still, even knowing that the entrancing beings which appear to your senses are not the true Brightlings, but only tools under their control, and knowing that they are seeking to gather something, brings you only a little closer to the hidden truth. Perhaps it really was correct when it advised you to abandon curiosity, if you can. The One Sun is vast, with even great earth and sun like grains of sand on its shore, or so sing the wise. In any case, you have proven yourself cautious and prudent in not giving yourself away to the mysterious visitors. Otherkin praise your self-control and wisdom when they hear of this bizarre adventure. Okay, we denied it. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities, but we're not messing with these guys. Yeah, the lovers. Vast beyond thought is the one song, and infinite its secrets. We got a bonus to air for that. Ooh, I wonder what would have happened if we did something else. A new sun has risen. Your song of life continues. So, what should we do? I think we've got... Look at this. One final visit. I'm curious. Can we get some treasure in here? Maybe we should do this. Here we go. Looks like clams or something. Got some crabs here too. The Great Blue. An endless shuddering plain, stretching sedward to the far horizon. This is water's true lair, to which all other water in the world seeks to return. Even sun rests here, after his daily burning end. The taste of countless strange good beasts is carried on the air and water, salty and fresh in your mouth. However, all that is in the sea has been claimed by others. You smell the personal scent of sapphire kin on the waves. Entering the deep water would be considered an invasion. Anything which washes onto the soft-edged land, however, is yours by right, and there is much here of interest. Hard-armoured scuttleclaws range about, picking over the bounty. Spending a sun here may lead you to discover some worthy additions to your trove of miscellaneous shiny things, and possibly a salty snack or two. Shall you? Yeah, certainly. You spend a delicious sun, ranging slowly up and down the shore, collecting beautiful glistening body layers of small beings long gone. When hungry, you crack open a scuttleclaw and suck out the sweet flesh, and when tired, you sleep in the soft sand, lulled by the dancing winds. By the time you leave, you have gained 12 shiny things and a small scar from a belligerent scuttleclaw. Your dreams that night are filled with the music of the Great Blue. We took a little hit, but I think we'll be okay. With luck, I believe we have survived the second map of this game. Sun is weakening, dying earlier with each rebirth. Long nights and cold breezes slowly steal away the deep greens of the spiritwood and leave fragile riots of yellow and orange crusted with crystal frost on the morning. Many of the feather beasts are gathering together, readying themselves physically and spiritually for a wallward journey. The lumberers gorge themselves, preparing for their great sleep, and you too feel your paws growing heavy. It is time. Guided by instinct, you spend several suns expanding the inner rest chamber of your lair. It will need to fit not only you and your treasure, but the body you will have when you awaken. In this second great sleep awaits your last transformation. Cool. By the time you have finished your bedchamber, the sky crystals are just beginning to fall and cover the land. This land, your land. When last you laid yourself down for a great sleep, you were just a copper-skinned hatchling. You were ignorant of so many things. Now, the spirit wood is truly yours, its streams run in your veins, and you feel the trees on the distant hills as though they were your own feathers. Invaders came, putting your mind and body to the test, but you found the strength to triumph over your enemies. Few would now dare to challenge your authority. Before, you were merely infatuated with the heart of the Great Green, but now you have come to truly love it, to feel its fortunes as yours. You wish prosperity and endurance upon it as you cover up your last chamber and await your final rebirth. First light, and then time abandon you, and then the dreams begin. O seed, which I have planted to blossom in the future, may you understand the lesson you have learned, the journey of water and stone you have completed. The tireless quest for new truths, the rejection of hardened ways, and the embracing of an unlimited thought and new horizons, such is wisdom. Between the extremes of harsh survival and weak compassion rests a middle way, which is the bridge spanning all things. Sleep now, and awaken as a worthy creator and destroyer both. Hold to the golden centre, and choose your path with wisdom. For a grand reckoning approaches, and the future of our people hangs in the balance. May you be blessed. Okay, we've leveled up. This is the Great Green, O my Fang, who sleeps within myself. Guardian of my own heart, blade of my essence. I burn, starving fire sweeps over me, consuming my tree feathers and plant fur. I hear popping, crackling screams from my green children, and the good beasts flee or perish. You shall awaken to a poorer, scarred land. Even this shall heal in time, but all of the pain and the loss, it could have not been, should have not been. Oh wow, you have been a wise guardian of my bounty. The good beasts of the spirit would thrive, and all corners of myself are filled with life. Never have you allowed any place to become grey and dead, but have made space for creation within your destructions. For your eyes that seem far and your wise and greedless heart, I bless you and love you all the more. But rest now in the dreaming while your body completes its sacred transformation. When you awaken, do not forget me. See me in every beast, every leaf. Smell me in the breeze. Taste me in your prey. To the uttermost end, I am life. I am the Great Green, and may you be blessed. So that seemed like a summation of how we did. So one area we didn't do very well on. We didn't do well on preventing the fire, but we did do well in other areas, so hopefully that won't affect us too much. So like a sticky mire burying your mind in a grasping yet breathable darkness, like a boulder grey and thought hollow, unsouled and yet undeniable, like a dream of nothing at all. If you had to, perhaps you could try to convey the feeling of this great sleep to another in such ways. It is being sucked down and built up simultaneously, squeezed comfortably between layers of is and is not. There is absolutely no way to know how many suns or moons or turnings have passed. Time itself is resting, curled under and around you. When the morass recedes, leaving you real and physical once more, the power of the rhythm beating in your breast is a slow surprise. Was it this strong before? Breaking out of your sealed sleep chamber is much easier than the last time as well. Even after doing so, there is not enough room for you to stretch properly, and so you emerge. Are we entering our third phase? We are huge. There is no need to consult your reflection this time. You feel it deep in your core. You are now complete. Your body has gone through its final transformation, leaving you a living glory. No drac on earth would call you a hatchling now. Through many hunts, many trials, you have at last become an adult. At long last, your body is a fitting temple of your kin essence. The cool air caresses your new body tenderly, so tenderly. You feel the roots of every one of your hundreds of feathers quivering in the stiff breeze. It makes you shiver with delight. Come, it seems to sing, I find you worthy. Become one with me. Embrace the wind, or embrace the wind. First time, instinct takes over. Let's fly. We are now a flying dragon. Freedom. You were chained and did not know, bound and ignorant until now. Broad-breasted earth is spread wide far below. Sun alone reigns above. You feel their joining, and you are their joining. You want to sing for pure joy, have to sing, but the terrible, fierce fulfillment's too much, and catches the sound in your throat. There is too much deep pleasure for you to even make a sound. All you can do is keep on moving, keep sliding between earth and sun with a velocity unknown. You feel the eyes of many good beasts far below as they look up in wonder at your vast form sailing the great above. Even the feather beasts must envy you, soaring at a height their tiny looms could never achieve. The thin, cold air here in the highest bows only to your broad, strong wings. You soar low and over hills, feeling the warmer air, then pushing you gently upwards again. You pass through clouds which lick you with cool, watery tongues, bathing you. A few times the wind seems to push you violently, but you soon learn that fighting is useless. Only by merging with it, feeling it, acknowledging its desires can you proceed, and it becomes your dance partner, carrying and turning you gracefully. By the time you near the great blue, you have calmed down enough to sing, and you open your jaws and roar with beauty. Behold me, Mother Earth, behold me, Father Sun. At last I am worthy, here I dance in the high lair. I am Draken, feel the cool of my skin, the heat of my breath. I am the wealth of earth, I am Sun's favoured treasure. Behold! We've made it to part 3. Joy upon joy, and gain upon gain are the destined rights of my birth, and I shout the praise of my endless days to the echoing edge of the earth. For it is my world, my gorgeous world, the world of my dear delight. I did not read that fast enough, oh my god. And we are flying still. Your songs and dances of joy are soon interrupted, however. A great shadow approaches you, wheeling in from above. Its vastness shocks you into silence, but soon you recognize it as the elder, Darktooth. You feel no defensiveness nor territorial enmity. The great above belongs to no one. Still, there's an urgency in the Ancient One's voice, and a veil of caution over its mind song which makes you uneasy. In the name of the future, I summon you, newly awakened. A grand moot has been called. The threat posed by the seed of the others can no longer be ignored. In your slumber, they have grown mightier still. The greatest of our people have pledged to find a final solution to this menace. Soon you shall join the mass flight, and travel to the chosen place to bear witness to the debate and acknowledge its resulting order. Refusal is not an option. You will attend. The elders of your people command it. You feel Darktooth's song of command burrowing deep into your mind, taking root there. You will be helpless to spurn its call when the time comes. Will you address the great elder? Okay, so we're about to go into a big discussion, so I think that's a good place to leave it for this episode, and we'll get right into this in the next part. This is Usho signing off, and hopefully I'll see you next time.